In a quiet little town, there lived a man named Alex. He shared a modest home with his wife, Lily, and their two young children. Alex worked long hours in a factory, but the wages were meager. The family often found themselves struggling to pay bills and put enough food on the table. Life was not easy, yet Alex had one quality that everyone in town respected. He never told a lie. His honesty was what defined him. One unfortunate day, the factory where Alex worked announced it was shutting down. All the workers, including Alex, were suddenly without jobs. When he returned home that evening, he sat silently at the dinner table, his mind heavy with worry. Lily noticed his distant expression and asked softly, "Alex, what's the matter?" For a moment, Alex wanted to hide the truth, not wishing to add to her worries, but his nature didn't allow it. He took a deep breath and confessed, "I lost my job today. The factory is closing." Lily's eyes widened with shock. "What are we going to do? The bills keep piling up, and the children need food." Alex lowered his gaze, ashamed that he had no answer. All he could do was promise that he would start searching for work right away. The very next morning, he set out into town. He went from shop to shop, asking if anyone needed help. Some owners shook their heads apologetically. Others said times were hard for everyone. Not a single place had work to offer. Tired and discouraged, Alex wandered the streets, wondering what he would tell his family when he returned empty-handed. Then, on the side of the road, something caught his eye, a wallet lying on the ground. Picking it up, he opened it and saw it was stuffed with money. Alex looked around quickly, but no one was there. A battle raged inside him. His family needed food. The money could pay the bills. No one would ever know if he kept it. For the first time in his life, Alex was tempted to be dishonest. That evening, when he got home, he handed Lily the money and told her, "I managed to find some extra work today." Lily's face lit up with relief. She didn't question him further, and Alex used the money to buy groceries and pay off some overdue bills. For a little while, life seemed lighter. But at night, Alex lay awake, restless and burdened. The guilt of his lie gnawed at him, and sleep refused to come. A few days later, there was a knock at the door. Two local police officers stood outside. They explained that someone had reported losing a wallet full of money, and asked if Alex had come across anything. His stomach tightened. He thought of his children in the other room, thought of the bills already paid. He swallowed hard and lied again. "No, I haven't seen a wallet." The officers left, but Alex's heart felt heavier than ever. Days passed, and he tried to push the memory aside, but the lie followed him everywhere. Then one morning, the police returned. This time their tone was more serious. They told Alex they had evidence. Someone had seen him pick up the wallet. His face went pale. "Why did you lie to us, Alex?" one of the officers asked firmly. Trembling, Alex finally admitted the truth. "Yes, I found it. I took the money. I didn't know what else to do. I was desperate. I'm so sorry." The officer shook his head. "If you had returned it right away, things would have been different. But lying has only made it worse. You'll need to return what's left of the money, and there may be consequences." When Alex turned to tell Lily, shame washed over him. The truth about his actions spilled out, and he saw the hurt in her eyes. He had broken the one principle he had always lived by, the honesty that everyone knew him for. In trying to hide his mistake, he had only made it worse. And now, not only did he risk punishment, but he had also lost the trust of the people he loved most. That Lily's voice trembled, filled with hurt. "How could you lie to us?" Alex lowered his head, shame weighing on him like a heavy stone. "I didn't know what else to do," he whispered. "I was afraid we wouldn't survive without the money." For a long moment, Lily said nothing. Then, softly but firmly, she replied, "I understand you were scared. But lying didn't save us. It only made everything worse. Now the trouble is deeper." Their children sat quietly, not fully understanding the reasons behind their father's mistake. Yet they could feel the sadness that hung in the room. The man who had always told them that honesty mattered above all else had gone against his own teaching. Not long after, Alex stood before a judge, the weight of his choices pressing down on him. He spoke with regret. "I found a wallet. Instead of returning it, I kept the money. When the police asked, I lied. I'm sorry." The judge studied him carefully. Lying to the police is not a small matter, the judge said. You had the chance to do the right thing, but you chose deception. Every choice has consequences. Alex was sentenced to pay a fine and spend a short time in jail. While he was locked away, his family's struggles only grew heavier. Lily worked extra hours to provide for the children, and the house felt emptier without Alex's presence. The children longed for their father, and Alex sat in his cell realizing just how deeply his lie had hurt the people he loved most. When he finally returned home, he was no longer the same man. He looked at Lily and the children with tear-filled eyes. "I'm so sorry," he said. "I thought lying would protect us, but it only caused pain. I should never have done it." Lily took a deep breath and nodded. "We forgive you, Alex. But forgiveness doesn't erase what happened. Trust has to be rebuilt. Honesty has to guide us from now on." Alex promised that he would never again let fear drive him into dishonesty. He found work again and worked tirelessly to care for his family, this time with integrity as his guide. He also sought out the man who had lost the wallet. At first, the man was angry and refused to accept his apology. But with time he softened. "We all make mistakes," he finally said. "But lies only dig the hole deeper. Remember that." Years went by. Alex's family slowly healed from the wounds his lie had left. They still faced hardships, but through them all, Alex held firmly to the truth. His children grew up watching his actions, learning from both his failure and his redemption. One afternoon, Alex's young son came home from school with worry etched on his face. "Dad," he confessed, "I accidentally broke a window today. I'm scared to tell the teacher." Alex placed a gentle hand on his son's shoulder. "I know you're afraid, but hiding the truth will only bring you more trouble. Be brave enough to tell the teacher. It's better to admit the mistake now than to lie and carry the burden later." The boy listened, nodded, and followed his father's advice. That evening, when Alex saw the relief on his son's face, he felt a quiet pride. He had stumbled in life, but through that painful lesson, he had become a man who could guide his children toward the truth. From then on, Alex and his family lived by a simple rule: never lie. No matter how difficult life became, they chose honesty, even when it was hard. And though people in the small town remembered his mistake, they also saw the man he had become, someone who had fallen, admitted his wrongs, and risen again with integrity. Alex's life was never perfect, but it was true, and he knew deep within himself that he would never trade honesty for comfort again.